Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the den, where we're going to share another shave today. Today's shave is brought to us by CBL's Dragon's Milk. It's not a dragon's blood thing. It's Dragon's Milk is a beer. It says here barrel aged stout. I know it's a stout beer, so I bought it mostly because I like the graphics, and I think this is either the first or second time I used it. I don't remember much about what it smells like. I did learn, though, I made a terrible mistake. And that's the best way to get your morning started, is to make a terrible mistake while you're doing it. But I bloomed this soap just out of habit. When I'm filling the sink, a lot of times I'll put a little bit of water on top of the soap to kind of soften it up. Well, what I failed to notice was this is a pretty soft, kind of a croapy type soap. Croap is between a cream and a soap. So it's a real soft soap. It didn't need to be bloomed, but I did, and boy howdy, it was soft when I went to load the brush, because I also did that for the usual period of time. So I've got enough soap in this bowl here, and I could probably paint the driveway, land an aircraft out there. There's a lot of soap, which just means I'm going to be very slick. Today's razor I'm using, this is a Wester Brothers manganese steel. This is the one that I tried the day before yesterday. We did a little bit more minor tune up on it. It's a 5/8 razor, pretty good shape. I got it for a pretty good price on the internet, and got her honed up, got her stropped, ready to go, and let's get started. I think that's where my sideburns end. I honed this one up on a jasper stone. Jasper's a real hard metamorphic rock. I picked this up several years ago, and got it. The stone is so hard, just wicked hard and dense. So my honing block, the honing stone, is 3 inches wide and 10 inches long, about an inch deep. That thing weighs maybe 5 pounds. That thing is wicked heavy. Anyway, it's a natural stone. The man took what I would call a boulder, a big old rock, and cut it into slabs. And what makes it interesting is that, rocks aren't necessarily all solid all the way through, so he had to find, this one had a consistent structure, that the whole stone didn't have any seams or cracks or anything. And that makes it a little bit tricky to make because you can't just go out to the driveway, pick out a stone, and expect it to be solid through to make a honing stone out of. So anyway, this jasper by itself is pretty good, and then I treated it like a Japanese stone. Now, Japanese stones are primarily a shale, and a little bit softer material, but they use, instead of just water, you rub a stone on it called what is it, a Tomonagura? Anyway, I took one of those dressing stones to rub on the jasper to create kind of a slurry of abrasive liquid, and that's what I use to hone my razors with. Yeah, well, it took about an hour because this manganese steel is pretty hard, and the reason I was drawn to it, my friend Lukey 3262, Matt to me, did a video with a much larger than this one. This is a 5/8, but he had a great big old Wester Brothers that he had restored, and so I got to thinking, because I'm a fan of hard steels, particularly Swedish straight razors. Swedish steel is just tough stuff, and it's a chore to hone them. Once you get a nice edge on them, the edge lasts a good long time, especially just cutting something like whiskers. I only cut whiskers with the straight razor. Just like your spouse's fabric scissors, you don't use those to cut paper with, or you get in deep trouble. Same deal with a straight razor. It just destroys the edges. I don't pretend to understand why, but you cut anything else with a straight razor, except maybe face, and you really risk damaging the edge, and then you have to rehone the dumb John thing, which is, when you get as tough a material as manganese steel or Swedish steel, you're asking for trouble. It takes a long time. This thing's coming right around. It was pretty much butter knife sharp when I got it, and like I said, it took a while to get an edge on it, but it came right around. Let's have a look and see how this feels. I got a pretty darn fine shave out of this, and as usual with my straight razors, I've been doing it. I found out this morning, I was looking at my statistics on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube. You know, I've been making videos for 11 years. I didn't realize how long this had been. And I haven't always been shave videos. I don't think I've started those in maybe seven or 8 years. Yeah, no sting at all. But yeah, it was a shock to realize that I've been doing videos for a while. I'm not going to mention any of these, but somebody made off with all my barber towels. I have to go probably pick up some more. It might be the spouse unit. I wouldn't make any accusations. Just because it's not me, and there's only 2 of us live in the house, no reason to believe that she made off with all my towels to do something with. But she is getting ready for a cleaning project, and my towels are cheap. we're going to use the aftershave. I've got the Sayers Lemon on here. This is a shaved milk or an elixir. So it's got skin food and stuff in it. Just put a few drops on there. This soap smells like beer, like you would expect. Beer and maybe liquor, whiskey, I assume, because that's what is a fairly common fragrance in manly fragrances. They a lot of times will throw whiskey or scotch or something in there. I don't drink, so I only assume that's what this is. But it smells nice. It's a very masculine scent, and that makes a pretty good shave. I'd recommend that if you're kind of looking for an interesting artisan soap. CB Lindsay or CBL soap makes Dragon's Milk and a bunch of other fragrances. He does it in his well, he did it in his house in like a craft area, but he has moved into like a little bit bigger garage. But he makes a wonderful product. I suggest you go look at for him. In the meantime, we're going to sign off. I used a Manganesia Wester Brothers 5/8 razor, lathered with a Simog old style. This is a new brush, but old style. What is this thing? A 1305 boar brush. And we finished up with the Dragon's Milk aftershave. I'm Major Rich, and you will find me at theshavingcodger.com. If you're interested in shaving, which man does every day, might as well have fun with it. There are a bunch of guys there that also shave mostly every day, and have all kinds of interests, because we always look for a hobby. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.